Hello everyone, this is TSET ABCD and welcome to another Catan video here on my channel. So today again I'm playing the 1v1 game mode here. So yesterday I did lose quite a few games, I mean just two games, but yeah, I did get a little salty there. But today hopefully I can bounce back and get back on winning ways. Here I think for my first placement would actually like to go for something like, yeah, I find it very hard to get a good placement on this board. 6-4 11 does seem to be quite fine, and then I think I might be able to pair it up with something like 9-5-10, but my road building production is very less as compared to my opponent, so based on that I don't like that setup too much. My other option is to just go for something like 6-5-9 6-10-9, and yeah, that might not be too bad of an option. Here I am actually running out of time, so yeah, it actually a little bit I would say that I panicked here. I went for 6-3 with the idea of going for something like 6-9-10 as my second placement, and then trying to get a settlement on 6-5-11 later on in the game. I can also go for something like 6-5-10 directly, and I think I'll just go for that choice here. Surely this doesn't seem to be a good option at all. Also quite surprised with my opponent's placement there. Surely find it difficult to understand my opponent's motivation there for getting that placement on 8-4. To be really honest, I'm actually a little happy with that placement because it gives me the option to grow a little easily. Yeah, here I can go for, I think I'll just try and get a settlement on 4-5-11 first. That would be a good boost to my production. Surely don't mind early sixes, that does help me quite a bit. Also, I think my opponent will be able to build a road and a settlement because of 4 and a couple of 8s have already rolled. Okay, so it seems like my opponent is just trying to cut me off, and because that's the case here, I would actually just build a road and make sure that my opponent cannot get to the 6-3-11 spot. That would have been quite bad for me. Also, I can get a city, but I think I'll just hold on to these cards for a little longer. I think that said, I think I should just go for a city, increasing my production by quite a bit now. This would make it a lot easier for me to get more settlements, and I cannot get my settlement just yet, so I'll just end my turn. Hopefully my opponent rolls a 7, doesn't roll it, but now I am in a position to get a settlement on 6-3-11. Let's see what my opponent wants to do. Here, although I can get a settlement on 6-3-11, yeah, I think I'll just go for it. Getting some wood and brick in my production would be pretty good. And now 6s are an excellent roll for me. Here I'll just go for a def card. I'm pretty sure my 6 ore will be blocked quite a bit, so I will need something to defend it. Yeah. sixes. I mean, I'll be more than happy if I'm able to roll sevens. Yeah, my opponent rolling a 7 isn't good for me, but I think I will just immediately block him back. Here, yeah, I think I'll just go for another dev card and maybe one more. If I get a road building or a year of plenty, that would be pretty strong for me. Sorry, not a word. I almost made a mistake there. I do get a road building, so that is pretty huge for me. So now I can get a settlement on 942. Yeah, I think I'll be able to steal an ore. That doesn't help me too much just yet, but because I am on 6 cards, a single 6 can push me over 7 cards. That's why I'll just convert 2 of my ores and end my turn. And now, yeah, this is an excellent roll for me. So I'll just play my road building. Convert some ore into a brick and get a settlement on 942. So now I also have sheep production, and with the remaining cards I think I'll just end my turn. So at this point I think just getting another city would be completely fine, and I'll get a city on 942 just so that my sheep production is a little higher. I can also build a settlement or a road towards 9510 here. That seems to be quite a good choice as well. Does increase my production by quite a bit. Yeah, the 8 block here is quite bad for my opponent. Let's see what my opponent tries to do. Gets another city. I don't mind that at all, because I will be able to get a couple of dev cards as well. So my opponent will block the 6 ore, steal a ore, and for me I'll just play my knight. That's an easy choice. And I can go for another dev card here because I was able to pull a sheep and a wheat from my opponent. I get another VP. I would have preferred a knight. It would have made it a little easier for me to get the largest army. But I think I can still do that here. Wow, I get a monopoly. Yeah, where was this luck in the last video? And now I also get a knight. So here I think I can just play a monopoly. My opponent does have at least 4 ores in hand. Yeah, and I'm able to steal 5 ores. That is completely fine. Basically giving me the option of either going for another city or a couple of dev cards. Yeah, I think getting a couple more dev cards would be pretty nice. If I am able to get VPs, that would be pretty strong. Yeah, I'll just hold on to these cards now. So here I can just play my road building, get the longest road, and now I think I should be able to get a settlement on. My opponent just quits there. Yeah, so I was on 10 points. I would have had a settlement in this turn and the largest army in the next turn. So although this was a very polarizing setup. It did work out for me, especially because sixes did roll quite a bit. And also my opponent was not able to roll any sevens, so he was not able to unblock himself. I think my opponent going for these cities was a mistake. He should have gone for dev cards. But then, yeah, my production was just too strong, and early on getting a few sixes helped me quite a bit. And also tens, I think, yeah, tens was pretty good for me. A few threes also did roll. So yeah, I'll just pause the video and I'll restart, start recording when I find the second game. So see you soon. So yeah, welcome again. So this is the second game of the video. Again, in this game I am in the second position. The last game I surely won because of my opponent's mistake. Placing on 8-4 did not help his cause at all. But let's see here, 6-9-5 seems to be an excellent first choice. Like that's the best production spot on this board. And for me, I think I will have to go for something like 8-3-4, start with a road in hand, and try and get a second settlement on. Yeah, my opponent does go for 6-9-5. That was expected. Here, I'm just considering going for something like 8-5-10 and 8-3-4. I do start with a road in hand, and my road building materials are quite good, like 8 brick and 5 and 3 wood. So that way I should be able to build a few roads and get settlements early on. My wheat production is also quite decent, along with sheep production. Yeah. Here my opponent does go for 6-9-3, so they're completely dependent on dev cards, which seems quite strong. And my opponent will have access to the ore port as well, so it is a little scary. Yeah, especially with these early sixes, my opponent can go for a dev card here, because a 9 had also rolled recently. At this point, I can just build a road and a settlement, but and I would actually like to get a settlement on 5-4-10, increasing my sheep, wheat, and getting me some ore production. So I'll just build a couple of roads here. I think my opponent is just holding on to his cards so that he can get a city. But he does get a city here. But now I can start blocking him, and I think blocking the brick is quite a good option here. And now I think I'll block his wheat as well. So getting a little lucky early on. So now I just will have to do a 4:1, get a wood, and get my settlement on 5-10-4, increasing my ore production. And wow, I'm getting lucky with these sevens. And now my second settlement I would want to get on 8-3-4, so increasing my ore production even more. Yeah, that said, my opponent does have a second city in hand because a 5 and a couple of sixes did roll. Goes for a settlement and can still get a city, I believe. Yeah, does get a city as well. With that 4, I think I'll just go for a dev card and I'll end my turn. And yeah, I'll continue to target my opponent here. Because my opponent did get a dev card on the last turn, there's a good chance he might have a knight, and losing ore or wheat would be bad for me, so I'll just go for another dev card. So this way, even if he targets me, he won't be able to get a good steal. That said, he is making it look quite easy over here, because he already has a couple of cities, so his production is much better than me already. Here I think just blocking wheat seems to be quite good option for me. That said, he also has a alternative wheat production on 10. But yeah, these sixes have been rolling quite frequently now. At this point, I'll just get my settlement and end my turn. I would want to get a city sooner than later. But I think just going for it. I mean, yeah, I would want to get a monopoly on this board. Because, I mean, yeah, these sixes are huge for my opponent. Should be able to get at least a dev card. Yeah, is able to get a dev card here. I'll just end my turn. Pretty sure my opponent will play a knight, block the 8 break. Oh, sorry, I forgot to end my turn there. Doesn't play a knight, which is surprising. Maybe he wants to play a monopoly on wood. Yeah, that is surely an option my opponent has. Yeah, he is taking a long time, so I'm pretty sure he is considering the amount of wood that I have in hand. He plays a road building in the end. Here, I think I'll just go for another dev card. Based on the number of cards I had to do something. Okay, plays a Year of Plenty as well, so should be able to go for a dev card now. Yeah, the ore port is actually quite scary. Here, I don't think I can do much. The last game I had good luck with dev cards. In this game, all I have been able to pull is knights. But at this point, I think blocking ore makes much more sense. Yeah. So he gets 3 dev cards there. So surely this game is going to end in a bad way for me. I don't think there is a good ending for me in this game. He plays his knight. And wow, rolls a 7 as well. So he'll be able to steal from me twice. And yeah, he basically got a wood and a brick, so was able to get a road from me. Yeah, let's see. I still find it a little difficult to see how I can win this game. Wow, second Year of Plenty, so we'll be able to go for 2 more dev cards here. So now I think I'll just hold on to these cards. I want to get a city, but it feels like it is not going to be easy at all. Yeah, at this point I will just go for a city now. And I think I'll get my city on 834. And I can play my road building actually. But I'm just considering, I think I'll just play my road building and get a settlement on 411. Yeah, this way at least I can make use of all the wheat that I produce with the help of the 2:1 port. Now opponent plays a knight, unblocks himself and rolls a 7, but luckily I did not have any cards. So my opponent couldn't steal anything from me. Here I can go for another city. Yeah, I think that would be the right move. Get my production up. I could have gone for a few dev cards there, but I think just getting a city was a fine choice. And now I think I'll just go for another dev card at this point. I do get a monopoly. Wow, so that is a huge dev card for me. So let me consider what my best option is. Yeah, I think just going for another dev card is fine. I do get a knight, so I do have quite a few knights. I think I'll just play one of them here. And I'm able to get another ore. But at this point, I think just building a road is fine. So this way I can get my settlement next. My opponent does roll a 7, so will be able to block me. I think on the 4 ore makes more sense. 8 sheep is also an option. Yeah, does block the 8 sheep. Goes for another dev card here. I get a wheat. I think that's pretty good for me. So I'll just go for another dev card here. And I have both the monopolies. So surely no VPs in this game, but getting these monopolies is also pretty good. Actually, I'm not even going to unblock myself here. Finally, I do get a VP. And at this point, because I'm not going to play my monopoly, I will play my knight. I get a break, which is fine. So my opponent does have quite a lot of brick in hand now. Let's see what he does though. Yeah, he could easily be on 14 points. And now because 6 is rolled, he has quite a lot of ore and wheat in hand. I think I'll just play a monopoly on wheat. Yeah, getting 5 wheats is pretty good for me. I can either build a settlement or get a dev card. Yeah, building a settlement doesn't help me too much. I would rather get a dev card and hope that it's a VP. It isn't, but that's fine. Yeah, so now I can still play a monopoly on ore, knowing that he has at least 3 or 4 ores in hand. I believe he is on 13 points, sorry, 14 points here. So because of that, I have to play my monopoly here. And instead of getting a city, I will go for another dev card. Because at this point, I think I need dev cards to win the game. So he just builds a longer road, which is completely fine. I am able to steal another ore. Let me just play my knight aggressively. And I get another ore from him. So at this point, I think I'll just do another 4:1. I can again just go for a settlement, but I think just going for dev cards make more sense here. Especially if I can get all the VPs out of the board, it will be out of the pile, it would be pretty nice. Here I just end my turn. Yeah, so again I will just have to play my knight here, hoping that I get a wheat. I get a wood and it's just GG. So let's see if I can get 4 roads somehow, or I need actually 5 roads. So it is not possible for me to do that, and it is quite clear with his GG that he just wins the game here. So yeah, not much that I can do. Cannot even get a settlement or anything. Just pull a VP and end my turn. So yeah, pretty fun game. Can't complain much about this game. My setup was a little weak, and he getting those early sixes, not early sixes, I mean throughout his sixes were quite strong, but getting the overcoat was pretty good for him. Yeah. Rolls were quite fine. I wouldn't say it's quite bad over here. So yeah, overall similar production, but his resources were more coordinated, helping him get a lot more dev cards. Actually, in the end, I did go for more dev cards, but yeah, I mean, I did get quite a lot of knights there. Yeah, 9 knights, and I still have a one more in hand, whereas he got VPs. But that's fine. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. I haven't seen the leaderboard in the last couple of days. I believe I would be around 2000. Okay, I'm 2200. So after the couple of losses in the last video, so 2 losses and 1 win in the last video, and 1 loss, 1 win in this video. So I did not make any progress. However, I mean, I think 1v1 is more of a fun way to play rather than I'm not very serious about it. I just enjoy. Um, yeah, anyway, bye for now and see you again in the next video. Bye bye.